My name is Achim Steiner. I head the United Nations Development Programme, which is the UN family's largest organization working in 170 countries around the world, supporting, advising, accompanying countries in making the big development choices about their future. This week I have come to the Kingdom of Morocco, not only because the IMF World Bank meetings are here, but also because UNDP and Morocco have a long history of collaboration. UNDP has been a partner, a companion and an advisor to Morocco's own development pathway for decades. And particularly given the recent earthquake, it was also a moment for me to come and understand how the country not only managed to respond to the immediate emergency, but really now how is the reconstruction and the recovery going to move forward. This is a key area of our work as UNDP, as the United Nations Development Programme. We are focused on how countries can get back on track. And so with the National Development Model, with the earthquake response program that is looking at, first of all, sustainable infrastructure, reconstruction, social cohesion, economic recovery, we believe that we can contribute to many of these aspects in the way that Morocco will quickly move forward again. Now, in some ways, many of the dilemmas that a country such as Morocco faces is a microcosm of what most countries in the world right now face. And this is why this meeting here in Marrakech comes at such a critical time. Not only are we in an extraordinary period of geopolitical tensions, we are also facing a series of geo-economic disruptions. And our financial system, our economies are under stress. UNDP, together with our United Nations systems family, the World Bank and the IMF, is a finger on the pulse of countries' economic development or problems. Just take the issue of debt right now. Ever since inflation began to go up, interest rates went up, we are seeing an extraordinary pressure on many developing countries to just service their debt. We are observing the highest number of countries that are either close to or about to fall into debt distress. They cannot pay the interest anymore for their loans than we have seen for the last 25 years. This is a very serious moment, and therefore our interest in being at this meeting here is also to help to advise the finance ministers, the central bank governors, the shareholders of these international financial institutions on the priorities not only of the richest countries or the largest economies, but in fact the majority of developing countries that are smaller countries, least developed countries, small island developing states. Their survival economically depends on decisions that are made at the global level. And that in part is also the reason why my participation in this meeting here, both in the G20 finance ministers meeting, but also in the Development Committee of the World Bank, and also in the International Monetary Fund Committee, the IMFC, is a way in which we can contribute our observations and policy proposals. When a country experiences a natural disaster or an earthquake, it is always a very painful moment. People die, people lose their livelihoods. It's a shock. And I think many were concerned whether was this really the right time to bring such a big international meeting to Morocco when it was essentially just beginning to think about recovery and reconstruction. But I have to say, in the days that I've spent here, it has been impressive to see, first of all, the resilience of Moroccan people. One thing is government, the government institutions, but what to me is particularly impressive is how Moroccans embrace the challenge of coming together in order to respond to this earthquake. Government has also taken a very strong and clear leadership role in trying to channel resources to communities, to areas that needed, first of all, immediate attention, and then to focus on the recovery and reconstruction. The challenge, I think, that not only Morocco faces in such a situation, any country, is where are the resources going to come from? Where are the capacities to roll out this massive recovery program that is needed? And I think it is here that, domestic partners, international partners, give the government a way of expanding its capacity and also its ability to respond quickly. And so our offer to the authorities in the capital has been that we are here, we are invested in Morocco's development already. We can pivot some of our capacity towards priorities that government identifies, and we are proud to be part of a country that has a very clear idea on how it wants to get back on track. And to be standing in the middle of this meeting here and to see that the whole world was able to come to Marrakech and have a very efficient meeting here with literally thousands of people from all over the world speaks also to not only the resilience but also the competence and I think the pride that Morocco had in hosting this meeting. And let us remember, this meeting already was meant to come to Morocco before and then COVID hit. So I think it's good that we are here.